Mention of Wagner has reminded me of the runes. Of course, in the Norse mythology, which is used by Wagner in The Ring, we have Wotan or Odin, who is the inventor of the runes or the finder of the runes. Finding and inventing are often one and the same thing. And the runes betoken secrecy. Rune literally means a secret, and therefore their symbolism is very much of elitism. So here the runes can symbolize the aristocratic order, the order of rank, the aristocratic radicalism of Nietzsche. Nietzsche mentions the runes just a couple of times, and he mentions Wotan, and he mentions the old Icelandic sagas. He finds that they are the best exposition of master morality. So we can't discount these things as important, particularly in Nietzsche's later thought. But of course, he begins very much as a Wagnerian anyway. So this is probably one of the aspects of Wagner that's carried through, and that's the symbolism of the runes. Now, the runes don't merely symbolize or don't just symbolize secrecy and codification, which is an important aspect of elitism. They are the possession of the few. As a system, in inverted commas, they have a relation to the eternal recurrence of the same, in that the runes contain a limited number of realities. Depending on the system, it could be 24 or less, sometimes up to 33. That is the limited number of runes, which we might think of as the limited aspect of reality and things. So matter is limited, and that's illustrated by the limited number of runes. But time is infinite, time is eternal. And therefore, runecasters know that when they cast the runes, there will be a time when the same cast, the identical same cast, will once again return. It may be thousands or millions of times, but the law of the eternal recurrence of the same means that exact same runecast will return again and again. And therefore, runecasting, the runes, symbolize the eternal recurrence of the same, as well as the aristocratic order of the elite. Two vital aspects of Nietzscheanism. And also, if we look at Wotan as being a kind of Superman, as the finder of the runes, then we have really three important aspects of Nietzscheanism covered by the symbolism of the runes. And we see in the late 19th century the runeologist Guido von List, the Austrian, who in his book on the secret of the runes, very influential book using the Armanen runes, he actually uses very Nietzschean language, obviously influenced by Zarathustra. He talks always about this tripartite coming to being, the zenith of being, and then the going down, the downgoing, the destruction, and then arising again in a circular fashion, arising, becoming, and declining, that kind of cycle of being and going. And he relates that to Odin finding the runes. And we can relate also, as I've said, the eternal recurrence in the rune castings as well, which are attested in Tacitus' Germania, where he talks about the ancient Germans casting runes. And so I think this links to the concept that Nietzsche is actually a pagan revivalist. The revaluation of values is a coming back to pagan values, and the runes can symbolize this and actualize this as well.